Hi, I'm Mariam Zaveri.
Hi, I'm Anita Gupta.
I am Asma Lalakapadi.
अब एक बार रुक के आप सुन लीजिए.
Hi, I'm Mariam Zaveri. I'm into fine diamond jewelry. I'm a nominee for V Awards. Looking forward to meet you all on 10th of March. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Asma Lalakapadia and I'm into chocolates and snacks business. My brand name is Chocolicious Assorted Chocolates and Foodylicious Snacks, and the tagline of my chocolates is happiness in every bite. Thank you. I'm the nominee for the awards and looking forward to see everyone on the 10th of March at the Taste of Punjab.
Hi, I'm Anita Gupta. I'm into corporate training and financial business, and my financial company is named as Finnovision Consultants, and I'm a nominee for V Awards and looking forward to see you all on 10th of March for the event. Thank you so much.
Hi friends, my name is Kalyani Kamble. I'm a life coach and a personal brand strategist. I'm also a motivational speaker. My company name is Visioneering Life and we conduct corporate motivation workshops to inspire and empower people. I'm a nominee for the V Awards and I'm really excited and looking forward for the event on 10th of March. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sonali Chauhan. I'm in creative field. I'm a basically painter. I paint by my hands, and since I'm in creative field, food is also art, so I twisted myself into food business. My brand name is Fatafati Food. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the second round of the panel discussion for the V Awards happening on the 10th of March. My name is Shambhavi and I'm here to welcome the lovely ladies from different walks of life for the nominations. So looking forward to seeing and hearing a lot about their journey and learning what inspired them. And don't forget to come on the 10th of March at the Taste of Punjab, Bandra. See you around.
And in case you're wondering what I do, I'm a celebrity tarot card reader, Vastu consultant, life coach and a color therapist, all in one. Yes, and I'm the host and host for everybody for the panel discussion today. So looking forward to hearing from all these lovely ladies.
Yeah.
She's a thinker, she's a doer. She sees possibility in possibly everything that is around her. Yes, I'm talking about nobody else but the woman within us, the woman that we are. Hi all, welcome to the second round of the V Awards nominations, and I'm here in the panel of these wonderful ladies around me who come from various walks of life doing an extremely well accomplished work that they're doing. Let me start with Sonali. That's Sonali, Kalyani, we have Mariam, we have Anita, and we have Asma on the hot seat with us. So let's start with Sonali and understand what truly inspired you to do the work that you're doing.
Because I myself am very much into creative field, and I started painting. My husband motivated me, and my journey never ends. I started painting and then go on and became a chef right now.
Wonderful. So when you say chef, obviously the listeners around us, they are already salivating at the thought of, so what do you cook, or what is your specialty?
My specialty is, actually I'm from Bengal, so Bengali delicious food. Sarso with mustard with machi, and also I combine sarso da saag with makai da roti.
Wow, so is that a fusion?
That's
so
a
a very unique Punjabi and warm fusion.
Yes.
Wonderful. And what is your initiative called?
My initiative.
Yes.
My initiative, look, when I'm into business, I just take initiative thinking that there will be profit, there will be loss, and we women take always risk.
What is your business called?
My business called is Fatafati Food. Once again.
Okay. Moving on to Kalyani. Kalyani, hi. Wonderful to have you around. I know you are a life coach, you train people, you speak, you do motivation. What prompted you to start all of that?
Thank you. Honestly speaking, I really didn't know what to do. I got married very early and my son had ADHD. It's very hyperactive. It's very difficult for me to take up a full-time job. I have worked in various corporates, but I would always have to leave in 4 to 6 months. And I was thinking, what can I do best? And my biggest USP that I communicate well, and I really love to help and empower people. And that's how Visioneering Life began. It's been 14 years now. And along with that, I also have a fitness business. I love to work in the field of health and wellness to inspire and empower people. So far, we have trained more than 5,000 people, trained over more than 100 corporates. And yes, seeing others happy, seeing others empowered is what makes me happy.
So well thought, so well articulated, and it's a live example that we are turning our passions, our strength to what we do. Wonderful. Moving on to Mariam. Mariam is into diamond jewelry and she's all sparkling. So tell us what are you wearing which is yours today?
Everything that I am wearing is created by me.
Wow.
You can see this high pendant
That's
color.
good. Yes.
I wear a gemstone, a particular gemstone.
Okay. Wow. So what again inspired you to be getting into something very different, like the jewelry designing and into diamonds? You come from a family of jewelry designers?
No, I come from a
Okay.
jewelry designer. The thing is that I'm very creative. I love to create designs.
Okay.
Designing is my forte.
Okay.
And I am very good with merging of design. Supposing if a female likes one particular design,
Okay.
in that she likes, there are 4 different designs which she really likes it.
Okay.
इसमें से भी कुछ चाहिए, यहाँ से भी ये design चाहिए, ये भी चाहिए. So I am very good in connecting all the designs and creating that. Especially I design into, I mean if I have to design a jewelry for you, I will design it in your personality, the way you are, according to that,
Yes.
you can carry it very well.
Okay.
So my forte is designing.
Wonderful. That's something very, very unique that Mariam is doing. Hi. So tell us, Anita, what do you do?
See, I'm into corporate training. So from last 10 years, I was a trainer. I have taken a job. And then after a few years, I got married. That was in 2012. And wherein I was continuing with my job. But then as my husband keeps traveling out of country, so I have to give time to my son as well. So that is where I thought of taking up a business wherein I can help people. Okay, as well as what we do is we always take it from the universe, we always take it from the people, right? Now it's time to give up to the society as well. So that is where I have started giving free seminars as well, and I am associated with the NGOs and
Wow,
various
that's amazing
kinds of-
noble work that you're doing.
and I'm into financial planning, wherein I help people doing. So everybody knows that we have planning for.
So you are one lady who
Yeah.
breaks the myth that women are not good with numbers. So there, ladies, any financial assistance, we have Anita to help us with that path-breaking, myth-breaking live example who's sitting here as a nominee with us. So hi Asma, tell us what do
Hi,
you do?
Shambhavi. I'm Asma Lala Kapadia. I'm into chocolates and snacks business. I have my brand named Chocolicious Assorted Chocolates and Foodilicious Snacks. And apart from that, even I'm a social activist and associated with a few NGOs like Seva, Masiha and a Giants Group of Banter.
Wow, so that's 2 identities merged into one.
Right.
Quite an explosive combination. All right, moving ahead. So back to you, Sonali, and this is an open space. You can all
Yes.
ladies pitch into this.
Yes.
So we being a mommy, being a woman, being somebody whose society looks up to you all for your various contributions. How easy, difficult? What is your little mantra of success?
It's not difficult, I must say, because God has placed us 24 hours. 8 hours out of that we sleep, rest we can work and work. Also keep busy ourselves, freshen our mind. And I feel every housewife should think this way. And I must say that I am also involved with a popular NGO called Robin Hood Army. I keep on doing events with them. We serve food to slum people, slum children, and our motto is not to starve, stop hunger. And Saturday, Sunday I go for that. And apart from that, I've got 2 kids to look after. My 93 years old mummy, my mother-in-law, she's truly my mother, adorable, beautiful, pretty woman. And in the night, I feed my husband and then I sleep. So if I can do, you all can do. That's my position.
Wonderful. That's all sort of applause here. It's very nice and very inspiring. I'm sure those listening and those wondering how can they make the best out of 24 hours. Ladies, here is a living example who's doing beyond work, micromanaging each and every minute of the day to ensure she gives the best out. Wonderful. Kalyani, what's your success mantra?
My success mantra has been try and try and try till you succeed. I never give up.
So you're the little spider who's trying to climb
Absolutely.
up higher and higher.
Absolutely. Consistency is the key to success.
Absolutely.
I always make sure that I'm taking small steps towards my goals every day. I'm absolutely unstoppable.
Wow.
That's been my mantra for success. Also, I have helped a lot of people. I have good family support. I have made sure that I have support from my husband because I have also contributed to them.
Very well, very valid and very absolutely important in today's day and age that both partners contribute. I mean, gone are those days when house was wives and outside work was husband. If today wives don't contribute to the economy that we are in, I don't think we are gonna sustain ourselves. Wonderful mantra for everybody. Mariam, tell us. So your creativity. So what's your what is that you want to speak? So what inspired you to get into jewelry?
Because I'm very creative and I love to create designs. So this is the reason I'm there, and every woman would love to wear jewelry.
I'm sure.
And of course you spend a lot of money in jewelry. So I would give you a best, how you're going to save money, what you're going to put in. I mean, the value for money I will.
Absolutely.
So that is the reason I have started into this jewelry line. And I think that every woman has to be very independent. We cannot be dependent on our husband itself. And we have to share his burden. And I'm very lucky that I have a husband who really takes care of it.
I guess here in the panel, everybody has husbands who will support. So one round of applause for them. Because without the support at home, we would not be sitting here being nominated for the awards that we are receiving, acknowledgement, success. It cannot happen single-handedly. Wonderful. So moving on, Anita, tell us in brief what is your inspiration.
So if I talk about myself, I'm very passionate about things. So whatever I do, I give my 200% in that. And that is where I come up with trainings and the seminars, right? As well as the good support is there from the family. So this is what makes me to do work, which is like wow for us.
Asma.
Well, my inspiration is hard work, perseverance.
So what inspired you to start chocolates and get into social activities?
I'm a very quick learner and I love to learn things. I have a lot of enthusiasm and the perseverance, the dedication and hard work, it helps me a lot. I'm a self-healer, no one can put me down. I put my whole heart and soul into whatever work I take and I try to accomplish it.
Wow, wonderful. There's so much to learn, there's so much to move ahead and all. Is there any message to the upcoming women entrepreneurs that any one of you would like to share? Speak, Kalyani.
For the women entrepreneurs, one message I'd like to give to all women is that they must love themselves. Because if you don't love yourself, you cannot love anyone. This is the biggest myth women live with, that they dedicate their lives to their children, to husband, to everything around them, neglecting them the most. But what you don't have in you, you can't give to others. Love yourself first in order to love others.
Very true. So, Nadi.
That's the same what she has said. Love yourself
Absolutely.
and live joyfully.
I think this is an echo which each one of us would
Every single day brings a new opportunity. So just grab it, go for it.
Yes.
Always be positive.
always be positive. Absolutely.
Life is what 10% happens to us, and how it is like 90% we react to it. So stop reacting and start acting.
Yes.
Wonderful. With this, we come to the end of a wonderful panel discussion. I'm sure all of you would have picked up a lot of tips and tricks from these successful entrepreneurs sitting with me and being nominated for the wonderful awards. See you all on the 10th. Before we sign up, who am I? I'm Shambhavi, your host, celebrity life coach, tarot card reader, vastu consultant, and a lot more. But see you all on the 10th of March at Bandra. Picture आप ले लो ना? Thank you. Thank you. Hi. interview with Seema, who is an inventor, who is a catalyst, who likes to drive changes and who welcomes the challenges around her. Wondering what am I saying? Wait till I make Seema speak to you and share her journey. But before you speak to her and share her journey or take inspirations from her journey, let me tell you one thing. She's worked for 20 years and taken a break for family and has restarted. Who says that being a mommy, being a wife, you cannot get back to work? Seema is a living example of restarting work, restarting career. Hi Seema, welcome to this wonderful round of a one-to-one introduction, interview and an inspiring chit-chat on the We Awards nominations. So please tell us, Seema, your little journey. We just learned that you've worked for 20 years with the Ryan Group of Schools, and so it would not have been a very easy space for you to take a break and then to restart. So what actually inspired you to restart?
Actually, 20 years I worked, and I think I'm fortunate to teach children right from nursery up to 9th standard.
Wow, that's
And,
quite a lot
I
of variation.
enjoyed teaching, enjoyed being with the children, talking to the children, and of course I miss it badly. So since I got married in 2015,
Okay.
of course it was a late marriage, and since then I could not continue my profession, and I have to take care of my baby.
Wonderful. How old is your baby now?
My baby is just 2 years old.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. So he's growing little. So I thought, why not think of something like cooking is my passion.
Wow.
And luckily I got a husband who himself is a foodie, who enjoys cooking. Sundays he's in the kitchen.
Okay.
And we travel a lot. We visit many restaurants and try different cuisines, and of course we come and do the same at home.
Okay.
And I think he is much more interested in this, and looking at his interest, I started developing it more.
So what's your what is it that you've started now with?
We have started food catering by a brand name Nevedhyam.
Nevedhyam, wow.
Yeah,
so
and
very
our tagline is we work to serve the best.
wonderful.
And it's pure veg because we ourselves are pure veg, and we have a lot of variety to explore. And
So where are you originally from to take this name Nevedhyam?
actually it is a Sanskrit word,
Yes.
and
And a very North Indian, not getting regional specific, but a very North Indian, because in North India we hear the word Nevedhyam.
yeah, and
So-
it's like offering God food before you serve the
Yes.
people.
Like the prasadam.
Yeah. So we felt it is very pious, and pure veg food means what we call it, people call it as ghas phoos. I feel it is not at all like that.
Absolutely.
There are lakhs of dishes
that can be
that
created
can be
from
created
the truly
from
the
yeah,
ghas
yeah.
phoos. Yes.
And I
Absolutely.
feel it is very healthy as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So what are the challenges that you faced and how did you overcome them?
The challenges were, this was there in our mind from 3 years, but something or the other was there which we could not work out. But as we got the first opportunity in the Lokhandwala on the occasion of Saraswati Puja,
Wow.
so my husband, he is a very religious person.
So Ma
He said,
Saraswati herself
yeah,
gave you
yeah.
an
And we
offering.
were so blessed, I should say, that our stall was just facing
The
the Ma Saraswati.
wow.
So that was a big blessing, and touchwood, I should say.
I'm sure
Sales will
listening to
continue,
you, a lot
yeah.
of people will be curious to know that if they want to order the food, they want to get in touch with you, where can we get in touch with you?
We have our pamphlets, and soon they will see us on Swiggy.
Okay, so
Yeah.
everybody listening and salivating on where to get her yummy vegetarian food, you will need to log on to Swiggy and to order her food for you. So that's been a wonderful chit chat with Seema to understand her life journey. Any message to the upcoming ladies or homemakers that you want to leave with?
Yeah, I should say they can take my example. Okay, for certain reasons you can take a break, but keep your mind, keep a vision, so that after a certain period of time you can continue
with it. So having a vision is most important than actually walking on it. Time management is the next mantra that we understand, because unless until we learn to manage the time, we would not make the most of our time, of our qualities, of our visions. So thank you, wonderful Seema, for this wonderful round of chit chat and knowing how you got together everything to make your dream come true. So wishing you all the very best for Navedya and looking forward to tasting and having it on Swiggy's listing soon. Thank you, and thank you all for listening, and stay motivated.
Hello everyone, I am Chaitali Chatterjee, founder of Women Entrepreneurs Enclave. I would really like to thank Seema from Nevadyam. Nevadyam is our associate partner, and I would also like to thank Shambhavi, and Shambhavi is our healing partner for the event V Awards. Looking forward each of you on 10th of March for V Awards at Taste of Punjab. Thank you.
Hello everybody. So we have here Piali with us, who is the founder of the Fledge Institute. Wondering what the Institute is all about? Don't worry, Piali will tell us all. But before we begin with what she actually does and what she's actually here to speak about, let us get to know a little about this warm, wonderful, smiling young lady who's the nominee for the V Awards happening on the 10th of March. So Piali, tell us, what inspired you? Where did it come from?
Thank you, Shambhavi, for a beautiful introduction. So, alright, so I started Fledge Institute of Aviation and Hospitality 4 years back, and before that I had a very beautiful career flying for various airlines in domestic and international airline of our countries. So then that was, a next step towards the career, that how I can design my career ahead, and I chose training. And that is how the institutes came into picture, that why not open training institutes and inspire and train the new generation, motivate them, work as a brand ambassador for aviation and hospitality industry. And that's what we all are doing here.
Wow. So when you say you are into training and designing and motivation, where are you all based?
Fledge Institute is basically based out of Bangalore. We have got 5 aviation and hospitality training centers in Bangalore, and also 5 outside Bangalore. And
so would you like to tell us where are they outside Bangalore?
One is here in Navi Mumbai, another one is in Bhopal, Faridabad, Lucknow, Raipur, and the list, there are some more new institutes yet to open this year. And we will keep growing, because a very good response we have got from the students. They all are very happy. We have trained a lot of students who have got very successfully placed into various service sector and doing very well for themselves. So this is the time of skill development, I believe. Yeah. And the government has also taken a lot of initiatives towards skill development, like you can see Pradhan Mantri's NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, which is Kaushal Vikas Yojana. We are very closely associated with Kaushal Vikas Yojana. I personally work with Aerospace and Aviation Sector Skill Council, which is based on
wonderful. And it's also nice to see you. See, usually when people like to start ventures, they like to start with the A-grade cities and the B-grade cities. They very seldom, look at talent and acquiring enough and good talent from the other sectors, other cities, and I'm happy to learn that we have Bhopal and we have Raigad in the list. Raipur, apologies, Raipur in the list. Raigad, I'm sure will come in now that I've spoken. So it's very nice to see, because who says that they don't have talent? They have so much more talent than any of the metros. But it's so good to see that they're being picked up, nurtured and placed. So that's a very wonderful thought. And so what are your future plans? Where do you see yourself in the coming few years? And is there in store for Fledge?
Me and my team are very passionate about what we are doing, and that this passion will take us, the future plans will come up. So we do not design that what we would like to do in next 10 years, but yes, how we are getting the responses, I'm sure we will go long way and much ahead of what we are today. So the future plans, when you ask me, it comprises mostly of more tie-ups with the placements, the absorbers from the industry in various...
In times to come, we'll see Fledge's banners and hoardings and posters in almost all the areas of Mumbai as well. Because I'm sure that there are enough and more talent in the city as well. Moving on, tell us, Pyali, what are the challenges that came around your way and how have you overcome that? Which is going to be a very interesting point to learn for those who are contemplating on starting or are hesitating to start. So tell us, what were your challenges?
When we see the challenges, mostly women face challenges firstly from the family, but I don't consider that, because we have arrived in a new era, I must say, where families have become very, very supportive towards women to work in different various in jobs as well, and also as an entrepreneurs. So that was surely not a challenge for me and my female and women partners who are associated with Fledge. But yes, the challenges were to make awareness about the service sector in the society, because the students were much more aware and they were much more clear about what they want to do, but the jobs and the roles and the acceptance of service industry in our country is way much lower than IT sector or any other sector what we were feeling. So it was very difficult and challenging for us to make aware the society, the parents or the principals of the schools and colleges, to convince them, because I was reading some articles few days back and I was seeing hospitality was topping the list of the maximum job opportunities in India right now.
Well, this is one such topic that we can go on for hours together, but I guess this brings us to the end of our discussion. But before you leave, just a quick one-line motivation for those who are looking up to you as an inspiration. What would you like to tell them?
So the one line, if you ask me, I would say follow your dreams, follow your passion and be best in what you are doing, so that any challenges coming to you, you will face them with a smiling face.
Wow, that's wonderful. This brings us to the close of a one-to-one interactive session with Pyali, the founder of the Fledge Institute based in Bangalore. So all you ladies who have these dreams to flying high, get in touch with Pyali, she will make them come true. See you all on the 10th of March for the We Awards. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Chaitali Chatterjee, founder of We Women Entrepreneurs Enclave. I would like to thank Pyali from Fledge Institute of Aviation and Hospitality, which is our associate partner as well. And of course, I would like to thank Shambhavi, who has moderated the panel discussion for We Entrepreneurs so well.
Thank you.
And looking forward each of you on 10th of March for our event, We Awards at Taste of Punjab. Thank you.
She has fire in her soul and grace in her heart. With this warm introduction, I would like to welcome Preeti Ma'am, who is the founder, owner and a very inspiring lady of this Pragati software, sitting with us to chit-chat and share her journey. Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm fine, Shambhavi. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I've known you for a while, but it's a pleasure to sit across and to chit-chat and to learn and get inspired from you. And tell us, when did your journey with Pragati software started?
It started in the year 1990.
Wow, so that's been a while now.
Right. And 1990 was the year when globalization actually started in the country.
Yes.
We used to get salaries of 2,300 or something in a month. And we thought, okay, it's a better idea to be an entrepreneur. So the journey started in 1990.
Wow, the journey started way long back. And how has it been to be a woman entrepreneur? Because back in those days, it wasn't a very easy thing, I'm sure, to start a journey. Being a woman, being a lady. So how was your journey?
Yes, it was a challenge. I remember when I started started the business. The business is co-founded by my husband and me. Even my employee was a little bit cynical, like, okay, this lady is joined, and really I don't know, she's going to work or she's just, just the wife. So I think when you run a business along with your husband, the first thing even your employee would think was that you are not here for keeps. You're just here for time pass.
It's like a Madam G visiting the office.
Absolutely. So there were a lot of biases from the employee, there were a lot of biases from the customer. Because I am not an IT person. I bring on the table no IT skills, and I run an IT company. I bring on the table only skills like marketing, the selling, entrepreneurship, networking, relationships. Those are my skills. And the customer was like, "Ye abhi choti si woman." So I was thinner, I was smaller, and what is she going to? What is she going to do? How kya ukhadegi types? What is she going to really do? And there were a lot of biases. There were biases at home. Mother-in-law was like, "Abhi pata nahi kya hoga," whether the daughter-in-law will cope with all the relationships.
I'm sure ladies listening to this would be smiling on the other side, relating your journey somewhere with Preeti ji and saying, yeah, I also can connect, and even I have a story there. So yes, it sounds so us that when you speak, that when a lady walks in, people, especially in the so-called men's world, people take a step back and say, a lady? But here we have a successful lady. How many years have you been doing?
27 years.
Wow. You heard it right. It's 27 years. Wow. So tell us, what has inspired you? What is there? I mean, I'm sure you are bubbling with stories and facts to share with our upcoming women entrepreneurs. So please tell us.
When I was young and I was in school, I found that in my community, I must say, the balance between men and women was not equal. So the woman always had a back seat, and she was probably at the beck and call of the male members in the family. And I somehow, when I was young, I decided, well, this is not my way of doing things. And I realized very early that one of the most important equalizers in any man-woman relationship that time was the ability to be able to stand on your 2 feet and the ability to be able to earn and have your own space in the sun.
Absolutely.
So that's what has inspired me all the time. I never wanted to take any money from a male figure or from anybody. I wanted to be independent myself. I wanted to create a name for myself. I didn't want to be known as so-and-so's daughter or so-and-so's wife. I wanted them to be known as...
Identity was important for Preeti.
And that works a lot even till today. So that's my motivation. Motivation is to be somebody who is known to be good for what they work.
Very true. Did you all listen to her carefully? She said she didn't bring in IT skills, but yet she's been successful for the past 27 years, driving her own thing. What truly motivated her was the skill that she came along with. She did not hesitate, she was confident, and she was out there to conquer the world. Moving on to hear more stories and journey. Tell us, so what was the major challenge that you faced, and then you said, yes, now I'm here to stay and this is my journey. Like, yes, my identity has finally been realized.
You asked such good questions, Arun. You try to think a lot. My biggest challenge has been when I have come back from a break to my business.
Okay.
That is the biggest challenge.
Yes.
I took, I think, 3 breaks in my 27 years journey
Wow.
with Pragati. The first break I took was when my daughter was 3 years old. I did take a break when I was pregnant incidentally, so I got called by Jerry. I remember my admin boy Mohan came home to sign the vouchers when, I'm just going before the delivery. So I didn't really take a break when my daughter was born, but I took a break subsequently because I didn't have anybody to take care of my daughter at that point in time, and she was 3. So I took a break of a year that time. I took a break later on when I did my global MBA. So somewhere in 2007, I got awarded as a women entrepreneur by FICCI, Flow, as well as various other chambers of commerce across the world.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And as part of that award, I got a fellowship to do a global MBA with ESA Barcelona.
Wow.
So for 18 months I was out of the business.
Okay, I'm quite a bit goosebumps, like wow.
So that was another break which I took. So when I came back, my daughter was in the 8th standard and she was like, no, you better be at home with me. So 9th and 10th I was with her and subsequently my father, who was 80 years old that time, had totally lost his memory and had dementia, so I had to hand up and take over his estate, look after his business. So this third break which I took, which kind of matched with second and third, was for at least a long period of 6 to 7 years.
Wow, 6 to 7 years and she's made a comeback.
Yeah, and I'm so glad, I'm so thankful to all my customers, to all my employees, to all my vendors who took me back with open arms.
Beautiful.
So the challenge when I came back after 7 years, or 6 to 7 years of not coming to Pragati was, it is my company and still I don't know anything. I don't know the customer, I don't know the technology, I don't know the employee because they have changed. I only know some of the older people and I only know the confidence that, oh, I can do it.
So who
company was in
handled
losses for 2-3 years before I came. So we had two people in the company, my husband and myself.
Okay.
You know, when I was younger and Chaitali was with me, I used to tell people, customer badal jayega, hum log dono nahi badlenge. Pradyuman and myself, I know she remembers that. And later on, that sentence also came under test when I didn't come. So it was Pradyum who handled it for those times when I took a break. So I think the bigger learning is here that whenever you run a business, have a backup. Because life will throw whatever it throws.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was very lucky and very blessed that he handled it so well in my absence. So that when I could come and
take
back,
it over from him,
yeah,
it was there ready.
And with few changes or with few things I could really bounce back. So
wonderful it's been talking to her and learning her journey. But unfortunately, time is running out for all of us and we're soon coming to the end of this wonderful, motivating, interesting discussion. But before we go on, we will leave you with one tip, trick from Preeti ji. So please tell us what is that one thing that you want to tell all the budding ladies who have taken breaks, are hesitant to come back, and how can they make it to their journey?
I think the one tip which is most important is to be very consistent in what you do. From what the mistake I made was I was sort of just not connected with my company. You know, my staff used to tell me, no, you must come at least and sit. So I think the one tip is if you are passionate about something, don't ever leave it. Even if you put in maybe 1 hour every day, that's good enough.
Yeah.
You know, so remain connected in whatever way you can.
Absolutely.
You know, and just remain connected because there's a lot of passive learning which happens even when you're connected for an hour or maybe an hour and a half. So women who are on a break, remain connected to your career or to your skill or to the things which interest you. Remain connected even for just 1 hour.
Absolutely.
You know, we spend 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours on WhatsApp and Facebook and this and that, which is okay.
So true.
That doesn't really add as much value to us as much as remaining connected to our skill or whatever is our source, whatever it might be.
I'm sure.
You know, if our sources are family, remain connected to that. If our sources are business, remain connected to that. If our source is entrepreneurship and networking, like it is for Chaitali, remain connected to that. You know, even for an hour, just for an hour in a day. In all the trying times, just remain connected for an hour. That's good.
So true and such a powerful message. Consistent is the key to success. So the next time you're thinking of being successful, stay consistent and stay positive. You will also be here on the hot seat with me soon, maybe for the next year with the V Awards coming up. So till then, stay tuned and don't forget to come on the 10th of March for the V Awards at the Taste of Punjab. We will all be there to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Chaitali Chatterjee, founder of We Women Entrepreneurs Enclave. I would like to thank Preeti ma'am, Preeti Sharma ma'am, from whom I have been inspired. She is my inspiration because last 10 years back I was working with her in Pragati Software and I have learned lots and lots from her. And thank you, she has been supporting Women Entrepreneurs Enclave since last 1 year. We are completing 1 year on 10th of March. And since last 1 year, she has been supporting in every event. It's just not for one V award, but she has been supporting for each and every event. Thank you so much, Preeti ma'am and Pragati Software. And looking forward, each of you, on 10th of March for V Awards. Stay tuned. We are coming up with more and more women entrepreneurs for various sessions. So we all will be looking forward to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this next and another exclusive interview with Pyali Ghosh, who's come all the way from Bangalore, who represents the Fledge Institute of Aviation and Hospitality. So hello Pyali, and welcome to the V Awards nomination. So how do you feel to be nominated as one of the nominees for the awards?
It's wonderful, Shambhavi. Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. And WEV has been doing great things towards empowering the entrepreneurship among women. And I, being a part of it, I feel very good and very satisfied that I'm one of the nominee for the V Awards, which is happening on 10th March.
That's wonderful. So 4 years and 10 centers. That's a wow, isn't it? So let's hear a brief, quick journey from Pyali as to what inspired her to run the race against time, I would say, and to establish 10 centers of training, learning and development and hiring. So let's hear from her as to what was her journey been in this last 4 years.
Alright, so it's been 4 years of Fledge Institute of Aviation and Hospitality, but before that I have worked in several airlines, in domestic and international airlines, and there I was very closely associated with the training departments and the hiring departments. So it was just a next level of career, that why can't we open our institute chain throughout the country and help the new generation towards the same achievement what we have achieved, what I have achieved. So me and my team has teamed up. We opened 10 centers, 10 institutes throughout the country, and has helped the new generation to achieve their dreams. And they were all aspiring candidates for airline and hospitality industry. So they wanted to go from where we have come from. So we were the right candidates, we were the right people, we were the right mentors for them to motivate them and train them and push them towards their goals. So that's what Fledge has been doing.
Wonderful. So while we learn how Fledge has grown, tell us, Pyali, where are the 10 centers located in India? And tell us, and do you have any expansion plans to take Fledge overseas as well in the coming few years?
Yes, certainly, Shambhavi. We are very aggressively expanding, and the locations of the 10 centers, mostly we are Bangalore based, so we have 5 centers, very successfully running centers in Bangalore. And moreover, we have touched the small cities, the tier 2 cities, which are like Bhopal, Raipur, Lucknow and Navi Mumbai. So these all centers and locations are doing extremely well. We have won 3 awards also in past 3 years, which was like educational awards at national level. We have competed the 35-year-old companies in our league, and we have somehow, managed to overpass their goodwill and their revenue generation in some locations. So we are very, very proud of what we have created in Fledge, and immense respect and immense acceptance from the society we have gained, and thus the expansion plans will certainly flourish.
Well, wishing you all the best with your expansion plans, but I'm sure while in the journey of 4 years and establishing 10 institutes, there would have been a little point of challenge or those little anxious moments. Could you please share with us and the upcoming and the budding entrepreneurs who are listening to us at this hour as to what did you do to overcome your challenges, and how can they overcome their challenges given their respective work?
Certainly. So the foremost thing I would like to convey here, that being an entrepreneur itself, the entrepreneur is equal to challenges in life. So you can never compare your life in a very secure job in a big company and comparing it to a small scale entrepreneurship. Of course, everybody starts from a very small scale and then make it big later. So be very courageous and be very enthusiastic, be open to all kind of investment, be open to all kind of new technologies to hire in your company. And Fledge is known for it's technically very strong. Since my husband is also into it and he has a technical background, he has made sure that Fledge has become very technically strong company. So yeah, so your question was what were the challenges, and also I would like to add here the biggest challenge of our kind of institute was the society in itself, because the acceptance for working in hospitality industry and service industry in our society, I believe, is much lower than working in IT sector or being a teacher. So that was the biggest challenge, Shambhavi, to convince the parents, to convince the principals of the colleges that this could be one of the very glorious opportunity and glorious career for anybody. They can also earn as much as an IT company people are earning. They can also have the same kind of respect in the society. They can walk into a big star hotel and manage the entire property. They can also have a position like managers and general managers and earn equally well for themselves and for their families. So this was the major challenge, to make aware, creating awareness in the society about what we are doing.
Well, hospitality and service has always been one topic that we could just go hours and talk about it and yet not feel tired about the whole thing. Unfortunately, time's here running against us, and with this we are coming to the end of it. But before we move on, we would like to catch a glimpse of Piyali once again, wherein she will be sharing with us one-liner tip or motivation for you all to take home.
Alright, so one-liner tip would be follow your dreams, be perfect, and be perfect in what you are at. Be very, very passionate about it, and the world has opened its arms towards women nowadays. The country has become very, very welcoming towards women entrepreneurs. So forget those days when the parents were the biggest barriers or husbands were the biggest barriers. No, I don't support those times. The era has changed, and now it's time that we stop feeling pity about ourselves and we start involving ourselves in creating economy for our houses, for our country, for our companies.
So that's a lot of information from Piyali. Stay tuned and see you all on the 10th of March for the WE Awards at the Taste of Punjab. All right, please have a nice day and learn lots of tips from Piyali to be a successful entrepreneur. Thank you.